Now, you heard Jeff Van Dyke talk about the brushes. Yep, brushes is one of my main areas. I've always been playing brushes as long as I can remember. What I used to do on Saturday nights, I was only like in the 7th grade or whatever, had a little portable black and white TV, and I used to watch Lawrence Welk. And the drummer on that show was, what's his name, Johnny Klein. And basically I used to just, play right along with him. If you go to YouTube, I think I have like 3 videos on brush playing. And one of the things that I learned out of Ed Thigpen's book, is basically a Z stroke. I know it's going to be hard for you to see it here. You'll have to, go on to the video. Basically, what I'm doing with my right hand, I'm playing a Z. And yes, I do have the snares shut off. I tend to think, it's my opinion, I like the way the drum sounds better without the snares on because they're not pushing up against the head, not choking it. You're getting the tone of the drum. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, with my left hand, I'm going to go counterclockwise. All right? Like Ed Thigpen says, I'm playing counterclockwise. I have my preferences. I can do it either way. You probably can too, but this is basically how it's going to sound like once we get it going. And I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm playing a Z shape with my right hand, and I'm just going, making a circle with my left. Okay, cool. I always tell my students, whatever you can play with sticks, you should be able to do with brushes as well. And it's really funny, on Monday night, a fantastic drummer, a great local drummer, Frank Bellucci, has this open jazz jam every Monday night at the Fox Hollow. And one night I went in there and, of course, played, and I actually used sticks. He says, I didn't know you could play with sticks. So, it's true, I can. These are all my cymbals. These are Zildjian. Right over here, for your information, I'm using a 22-inch Dark Custom K. All right? Gets nice spread, nice wash, nice and controlled. Over here, I'm using a little 9-inch K Custom Hybrid. This was Armin's favorite, and he used to say, "Beautiful, baby." And that's what this is. This is a 19-inch Armin ride with 3 rivets. And what was cool about it was, and this is where that term came from, because he would say, "Beautiful baby." The prototype was basically up in his office, and this cymbal, you could either lay into it, Or you could do nice little things like I did with the brushes and just get that nice little sound. Over here I'm using a 14-inch paper thin crash, just a regular A. My hi-hats, these are 13 3/4 or whatever they call it. Yeah, 13 1/4 K Custom Hybrid. But won't forget match 2 and 4. So I like them. They're smaller. They've got the little groove out here, so you don't get that airlock. Now this little beauty over here is a swish knocker. Okay. I know everybody uses a China and they got it 4,000 feet up in the air and it's reversed. I play mine traditional because there's times where I'm playing, you know, if I'm doing Dixieland or whatever, or even some sambas. The difference between a swish knocker and a swish, and I have one, I also have a 22-inch swish, which was hand-picked out for me by Lenny DeMusio up at Zildjian. I always wanted a 22-inch to sound like Louis. And I used to go crazy, going through all the stores and all, and blah, blah, blah. And before I had my own shop and worked at Ash, I used to work at Drummers World on West 40, at that time we were over on West 45th Street. And I couldn't find the cymbal that I could either get that nice pang sound or ride. So we called up Zildjian and spoke to Lenny, and I said, listen, I want a cymbal just like Louis. He said, all right, what kind of stick are you using? At the time I was using the 5A made by Capella for Slingerland, because that's the brand of drums that I had. So, all right, give us a couple of weeks. Well, sure enough, the box comes in, it's from Zildjian, and we unpack it and it says, one, a la Louis Bellson 22-inch swish, you know, so it was like the big joke. And so basically, what happened was, to make a long story short, they copied it from the oscilloscope, okay, reading, and I said, yeah, I'm sure it sounds like Louis. Well, next day I had off, and at the time his album Note Smoking was out, and there was this thing where, this one song where Louis ends it, he's doing a double bass thing, and ends it on the swish. So I'm playing along with it. It comes up to that part I'm playing. Bam. Cancels out. You don't even hear it because it was the same exact note. And Lenny did me proud on that. But the swish one, Mel Lewis used to use a swish knocker. The difference is when I hit this, it ends instantly, whereas the swish will continue on. And just to give you an idea,